Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. The Magic Hat Show. 3 guys, 1 club, no drama. There's me, Lee.
Jamal.
And forgot your name, Gab.
Yep.
So we put it like this. Lee, Jam, and Gab.
Yep.
Welcome, everyone. And once again, what we have to do every time we come on this show, we have to thank all our new subscribers on YouTube.
Absolutely.
So please continue to share, like, subscribe, and let everybody know. Carrier pigeon, smoke signals, any way possible. Okay, and then thanks to all the new followers on Instagram and Twitter. Anyone wishing to follow us can follow us on both platforms at The Magic Hat Show. So, we shall be discussing on episode 4. In the first segment, we'll talk about the team's performance, the brilliant 3-0 performance at the Cottage. Okay, and then along with that, we'll be discussing the players' performance and the manager's performance. I know what I'm going to say. Then, on to that, we're going to do player ratings. We're going to do our segment, what we've touched on before, which is play for the badge. And get in that bloody bin. And then the second segment, we're going to speak on thoughts of Martinez and Lacazette's possible departure from the club. And then after that, will he or won't he sign the ting? Aubameyang's contract.
Aubameyang.
Yes, sing it. Aubameyang. Lovely.
So
but please
singing,
sign the ting.
Yeah, we're singing again. The choir is in effect.
It's in effect. It's in the house. And then, speaking of Aubameyang, will he be one of the candidates to win the Golden Boot this season? And then, our thoughts will be on Guendouzi and possible Draxler swap deal. What do you think about that?
That old chestnut.
Those who are listening and watching, what do you think? And then, at the end of the show, we will be discussing going back down memory lane, a nostalgic trip on the best and worst away kits.
Yes.
Because this week, we saw the launch of the 3rd away kit. So we will be going.
Nice kid it was.
Exactly. So we will be going back down memory lane with the away kits, the best and the worst of them. Okay. So Fulham 3-0.
Hold on.
3-0.
Before we get started.
Okay.
Before we get started, I want to just take us on a little detour. Before we get into the football.
Okay. Hit us with it.
I know you've seen it because you told me about it. Fear City. Have you seen it?
Never heard of it.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I have.
The documentary on Netflix about the mafia in New York in the 70s. Man,
Fear City.
I watched it last night.
Oh, fantastic.
How many episodes?
Quality.
3.
It's free. It's very
3
short.
episodes,
You can
about
watch it in
48
one day.
minutes.
Yeah, you can watch it.
Man, if you haven't seen Fear City, go and watch it on Netflix.
Absolutely.
Man, them mafia boys were terrorizing that city.
Yeah.
And in what city?
New York.
New York. Back when?
70s.
The 70s, because
So
usually they were raining.
This was when John Gotti was the underboss to Paulie Castellano, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
So he was the boss. He was the boss of bosses.
There's a big 5 families.
Okay.
He was the boss of the 5 bosses. So he was a boss.
Yes.
And he was the boss of the other 4 bosses as well.
Yeah.
And his underboss was John Gotti.
Yeah.
Right.
And Trump turns up.
Yeah, Trump is in there because
Trump
has his
President Trump.
President Trump. Yep.
Because of his connections with the.
As in, you've been tangoed. Trump.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
As in, fact check Trump.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah, go and watch that if you haven't seen it. Very interesting. And the second one, because I know we talked about it and you haven't seen it yet, was Attack on Titan.
Of course.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Man.
Yeah, you need to watch that.
Awesome TV show. I finished it yesterday.
You need to watch that.
That's next on my list.
Really
have
good
to watch
TV show.
Yeah, Attack on Titans. Yeah.
I mean, that anime stuff for my son. My son's really into it.
But
And he got me into that. I was like, wow, this is really interesting. I crushed the 3 seasons in 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You binged, man. Bloody
yeah.
hell.
Yeah,
Jeez.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Really good.
Proper binged.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll give that a watch. It's only 3 episodes, so yeah.
Yes, you can watch it one night.
Anyways, detour over, a bit of sightseeing over.
Yes.
Back on the motorway.
Back.
Okay,
Arsenal 3, Fulham 0.
Okay, so who wants to go up? Who wants to just...
Do you want to lead the way?
I'll start the ball rolling.
Yep.
I thought it was a thoroughly professional performance.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of jitters at the beginning.
Of course,
a slight,
to be expected.
I wouldn't even say it was jitters, just miscommunication between the German and the Brazilian. Kept Leno on his toes.
Great save, by the way.
Came out quickly.
Fantastic save.
Yep. According to Scott Parker, based on that one save, they were 50-50 with us for the entire half.
Yeah. Rio Ferdinand wrote him off already. He thought he was a dud.
Who was a dud?
Gabriel.
Oh yeah, apparently they were slagging off
They were
Gabriel,
slagging
but
off Gabriel,
I didn't.
But he won. He won them back as the game went on.
I didn't see that how that could have even been a conversation between him and Peter Crouch based on what? Based on 45 minutes.
It was it was a weird one.
Even if he had a poor first game, how can you write a person off after one game? It's just ludicrous.
You can't.
But I thought we played well. I thought Fulham looked out of their depth. They're going to definitely struggle.
As predicted by us.
But as for Arsenal, I thought we looked good. We played well alongside the Thames in the sun, but we've been here and got the T-shirt for that song many times. Mm-hmm. So, 3 good points, but let's not get carried away, which I don't think any Arsenal fans are.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you, Gabs. I agree with you. I thought, let me just go back to my initial thoughts when I saw the team sheet. Mm-hmm. I expected Saliba to play, and he didn't play.
Yes, so did I.
And I've also noticed that there was no room for Suarez or Nelson in the squad, which was, I'm not sure what you guys made of that, but
it means we've got a healthy squad.
Mm-hmm. Healthy squad, but we've got how many centre backs? Gab, we've got 8.
Well, we're going to need all of them. Knowing Arsenal,
and knowing Arsenal,
yep.
Come September, come the end of September, we'll have 4 injuries. So don't worry about us having 8.
About September, it's the first game of the season, and we only had 2 fit centre backs who were Holding and Gabriel. There was no one else on the bench.
What's wrong with Saliba? He's not injured.
Saliba's apparently not ready.
Oh, so he's just unfit.
He's not fit
as uninjured rather than uninjured.
Yeah, well, it's I found it extremely weird because Gabriel hasn't played for 6 months and he's in the team. So Saliba, who was part of the pre-season matches, part of the warm-up, was not even in the squad. I found that very strange. But the start was a little not the start that we wanted. I don't think it was Gabriel's fault for that one because I think Ainsley made a hospital ball to him.
Well, Gabriel let the ball run across him when he could have just taken the ball under control.
Yeah, it wasn't a hospital ball.
No, but it was a little bit behind him. See, if Ainsley was a left-footed player, he would have just passed it into his path. But he turned around, passed it with his right foot behind him.
Yeah, but
the mistake. Yes. But the mistake that he actually made was he thought, the keeper's going to get this one, so just move out the way. That was his error, right? But great reaction by the keeper, and he showed why he's number 1. We will get to Martinez and everything on that front later. But I thought we started a little bit nervous. It's a new system, new players in the team, which is understandable. And I thought from the get-go, the interesting point was the centre-back Gabriel will be the fulcrum of our passing game. So it will start from him. He had the most touches in the game, which is very interesting.
And most completed passes.
Most completed passes, and he's massive. He doesn't shirk away from a fight. He's a big, he's strong, he's grey in the air, as the goal showed.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a fantastic starting to the game after the initial problems.
Yeah.
And I thought him and Saliba would, for me, be the choice going forward, because I think that partnership has got a future from what I see. But him, Gabriel, all eyes was on him. That match was about him. So I was well impressed. His first game of the season, rock solid. So I'm not sure what you made of the.
Well, I'm going to go on to the
rest of the
players
team,
when it comes to player ratings. But as a team,
Yeah.
I predicted either 2-1 or 3-1. I thought we were going to concede. I'm not getting carried away. And just like Gabriel pointed out, that we're not going to get carried away from this performance. But we can be buoyed and we can be pleased with what we've seen.
Yes.
And that's defensive shape. Okay,
Yes.
there were a few still scare 'em moments where the ball did get through and, they did play, but there were certain signs and indication defensively that we could say, you know what? Yes.
Yeah.
It's a case of, come on, Fulham, break us down.
Yeah.
And when they did break away, we had a defensive shape. So that's what I liked.
Yeah.
Another point is that we won a London derby. So I don't care what anyone says about, it's only Fulham.
Yeah.
It was a London derby. And London derbies, as we all know, they're hard. Newly promoted side, they want to do well. They want to get off to a good start. And in the past, let's face it, Arsenal would have somehow put their foot in their mouths. They would have messed up somehow. So that was another, another point. Another point was an away game. We've won an away game.
Yeah.
Our away game has been poor. It's been terrible.
Yeah.
So this has been a brilliant start for that. Another point, we didn't concede.
Yeah.
We didn't concede.
And we didn't really look like conceding.
No,
And
it
we
was the
did not
first game
look
that actually
like
seen that
Frankie.
we didn't actually give the opposition a chance. It's been a while. I can't remember the last time. Can you remember the last time? We gave them 0 opportunities.
Thank you.
The whole team, it's not just the back three, back five at times. It's not that they looked solid. It's the whole team from the front to back.
Yeah.
Defending as a unit, which is very it's exactly what we actually need in this team. And it'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna get carried away, but you saw signs there, the togetherness, the way they celebrate goals, right? The way they look out for each other, the competitive side. And even you saw before the game, we'll get to that, before the game, the clash between Eddie and Ceballos. On one hand, you say, "Oh, why are they fighting in a warm-up?" But that's the competitive side, right? They on the bench, they're not happy, So I think all the signs are there to push on and have a good season, right? Now the big test will be when we play better teams like West Ham, Liverpool, Chelsea.
Better teams like West Ham.
Better teams, they are
I
better.
was not going to put West Ham
They
in
better.
that mix.
They're better. No, they raise their game. You know how it is within the derbies.
It's a London derby.
It's a London derby.
We've
They'll
got
come
them
to the
next
Emirates. They'll come to the Emirates, and they will.
Oh, they'll make
give
life difficult for us.
Exactly.
And then
It's a
they'll
London
go
derby.
and be
Yeah.
they'll be shit
And-
the following week.
and
Exactly.
They better than Fulham. Marginally. Marginally
Yeah,
better than Fulham.
I don't know.
We don't
Right?
know.
At least they have
They're
a,
relegation candidates, remember? You put them in your relegation.
yeah,
three.
yeah. I told you
Exactly.
guys. I'm not impressed. Have you seen my
Exactly.
Declan Rice clip yesterday?
Yeah, I saw your Declan Rice clip. He looks
Dragging
like he's,
several horse carriages.
yeah, looks like he's pulling a caravan behind
Oh
him.
my
Yeah,
goodness!
but who wants him?
Have you seen it, Lee?
Who's the team
Have
in?
you seen that clip, Lee?
Yeah, sorry. Who's the team in for him?
Chelsea.
Ah, rest in case.
I recommend him highly, Chelsea. He's fantastic. He's got the first touch, fantastic. Second touch is even worse, but you can work on that.
But you can't get rid of those caravans you're pulling. Trust me,
Yeah,
I know.
oh my
I've
goodness.
felt like I've pulled a few caravans
Oh my
chasing people
goodness.
in my time.
We all have.
He left Ireland and joined England. So Irish fans, don't be too down about that. He's horrendous.
He's not horrendous.
No, I would say he's horrendous.
Nah, I didn't laugh. I'm not a fan.
I think he's all right. I think he's you know.
He's an average footballer.
I think he's in a poor side.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
if he was to go to a better team, he'd stand out. Well, he would raise his game.
Yeah, he'll do a...
He's the new Jack Rodwell.
Oh.
Ooh. He will be the new Jack Rodwell. Listen, it happens.
That's pantomime
goodness.
villain music.
Oh, my
Oh
goodness.
my days.
Where's Jack Rodwell?
Where's Stuart Downing?
You know, he's one of those players who, you know,
Full of promise.
good
Yeah.
at a certain club, but I think Chelsea will be too much of a step up for him. But we're going a little tangent here.
Yeah, fantastic.
But yeah, hopefully, you know, if he does go to Chelsea, it all goes
Yeah.
pear shaped for him.
I thought you was going to say swimmingly well.
No, I'd never be so kind.
Oh my days. Yes, and then another point was that our bench looks very healthy. And the point you made of
Yeah, people not being in the
not
squad.
being in the squad and not making the bench just only says that our squad is healthy. And that's, like Gabe said, is what we're going to need. We are going to
100%.
need a squad. So people sulking and moaning that they haven't, you know, they didn't get to start, don't worry. There will be games and they'll be coming thick and fast, you know. So,
Okay, so this is what Arteta said about Saliba. I think it's going to take him some time to adapt to our way of playing, but as well to get adapted to the language, rhythm, and physicality of the country. As we have, as well, we have to bear in mind that he didn't play much football last season with all the injuries that he has had,
And he's only 19.
and he's only 19.
He's a
So
kid.
we have to give
You
him
know, as big a man mountain as he is.
Don't let his physique fool you. He's still a kid. Yeah,
You know, he's
still growing, yeah.
Yeah, he's a young.
which is scary.
But he's not a kid. Like
Yeah.
I said last time, I hate this term. He's not a kid. He's a young man.
this young man learning his trade, you know,
He's a baby, Gap. Give him a break.
He's a toddler. He's a giant
he's a
toddler.
baby. Let's nurse him, cotton wool around him, and hope he makes the grade.
But yeah, the as for the bench, I think it's about time we started having a strong bench, because when I made my predicted team on Friday for the team on Saturday, I realised, hold on, I've left out Saka, I've left out Nelson, I've left out Pepe.
good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like,
It's a brilliant feeling.
wow, where are these? And then you start thinking, well, actually, throughout the course of the season, where are these players going to fit in?
They will.
You know, because the way Willian played yesterday, Willian looks to me like he's starting West Ham.
And no one can argue with
Yeah,
that.
nobody can argue. It's like all of a sudden we have a dead ball specialist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody his work rate was absolutely phenomenal. You know,
Yeah.
it was backwards and forwards, and that's what Arteta wants.
Yeah.
Which
And
means he's raised the bar for
what?
Pepe
Mm-hmm.
and Nelson.
Yeah, and we have someone who can take a corner and also be productive from a free kick, because we haven't had a
This
free,
is
free kick
set
taker.
pieces, a dead ball specialist. That's what he said.
Absolutely, but
Well,
especially from free kicks. When was the last time we
Well,
scored from-
everybody's had a go, haven't they?
Yeah, the whole team had a go. You know, from
It's
Xhaka.
like
And we've
yeah.
been
It's
terrible.
like that Sky advert where they're all lining up one behind the other.
Yeah.
Right, it's my turn. Let me see if I can get it on
Yeah.
target. No, next,
yeah,
next. It's like, oh, we finally got there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So
But
we're
yeah,
not
it's
dead ball
it's good to have somebody like that in the team.
So one stat that I saw, which is very interesting, the last 30 matches, Arsenal have won 18, Chelsea won 18, Manchester United won 19, and Liverpool and Man City both won 21 matches. So you have to give Arteta credit there, you know. He's been consistent, and he hasn't produced his team yet. He's building a team, and competing, which is...
I think outside of Arsenal, the doubts will still be there. The doubts will still be there outside of Arsenal.
Oh well, we were speaking about it earlier. Coincidentally, our man Graham Souness, when he's not having a go at Pogba over Pogba's dancing when he's injured, Graham Souness' other hobby is digging out Arsenal and having a go at Arsenal over some petty, stupid nonsense. And according to him,
enlighten us.
According to Graham Souness, he says, if you look at who is going to challenge Liverpool, the two Manchester clubs and Chelsea this season, then it comes down to Spurs and Arsenal. I am not convinced that Mikel Arteta's side have the consistency to do so, despite the boost of Pierre Aubameyang most likely agreeing to stay. But I like the players that Jose Mourinho has signed for Spurs.
And those are?
He has gone for energy and honesty in buying Matt Doherty from Wolves and Pierre Højbjerg from Southampton. And Tottenham will be the better for it.
Is that energy and what, Gabs?
Energy and honesty. Those two favourite... What's that
got to do with football?
Those two favourite British traits that have nothing to do with
football.
football.
Salt of the earth, yeah?
Yeah, but that just sounds so retro. That sounds Toshak and Keegan.
Just ridiculous. That sounds like Barry Fry crap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why Graham Souness is sitting on a couch, talking shit for Sky.
You know what?
And getting annoyed at
Pogba. What was the words again?
Honesty and energy.
So on Sesame Street today, the words were honesty and energy.
What is honesty in football? What is that? Can anybody explain to me honesty in football?
Listen, that was the first division. That's when I was collecting stickers for my Panini sticker book album,
mate.
Where Ian Rush had the sponsor, Crown Paint, Charlie Nicholas.
Yeah,
had his due. No. Honesty.
So, had we signed Joe Hart and Højbjerg, what would be the headlines? And Matt Doherty, what would be the headlines?
Oh, Graham Souness would be writing a completely different argument saying,
Thank you.
What are these players going to bring to Arsenal? All they bring is honesty and energy.
Yeah. Here you go.
It's true.
Stay off the liquor, Graham. Stay off the liquor.
It's just bullshit
that's what
these
it
people
sounds
come
like.
out with.
It sounds like you're on something.
You know what? They'll clear him out soon.
Yeah, but then he gets cleared out and people will be, they'll bring out the placards. Save our Graham Souness. Save our Graham.
Okay, it remains to be seen.
It's just nonsense because I can't. What is, Gabriel? Yes, he's not Premier League proven. We all know this. Arsenal fans know this. Arteta knows this. But I'm sure if Spurs had bought him, Graham Souness would be saying, you know what, he's a great young addition.
Thank you.
He's going to grow into it. He's physical.
He'll be saying they'll be title contenders.
So, yeah.
They bought one of the best defenders in France for cheap, 22 million. A bargain.
Yeah, I don't understand it. But, to focus on us.
Yeah,
it was, I think, solid performance from the team.
Professional away day performance.
Yeah. I thought Holding, when I was watching Holding, I could see what Holding was trying to do with some of those diagonal balls. That's because I said to this before with Liverpool do it exceptionally well, and that's something that Arteta may be introducing to the team. From centre back, you spray the ball across the pitch to who was that on the left? Ainsley. Yeah, spray it out to Ainsley. But his range was, that's not his strength. That's something that he's got to work on. He was firing the ball over the tops and it was going out where for Liverpool, the ball would always be going to the feet.
Yeah.
So that's something that definitely we're starting to introduce to the game. Just need to get it right, and then we can start moving forward up the pitch.
Yeah, I just felt, and I'll come on to him later on in the show, Rob Holding, just thought his passing was letting our control down.
Yes.
And, we'd play keep ball, and then he'll try and, kudos for trying, but he'll try and pop it long, and then it'll go out of play or fall short, and then Fulham would be on the attack.
It's not something he's got in his locker.
Yeah. Just keep it simple. Just keep it El Nene simple.
Know your limitations. Isn't that what Clint Eastwood said?
Yeah.
Every man must know his limitation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just keep it.
Rob Holding or Robbie Van Basten? He was. Have you seen that? Have you seen that crazy dribble? Like, even Lacazette was laughing.
Some good keepy uppies.
You mean Thierry Holding?
Yeah.
He was at the top of the chart. He made the most dribbles the whole game, which is extremely weird.
But if these stats don't mean these stats, some of these stats
they don't
are just
mean anything.
meaningless.
It just means that maybe he's in the wrong position.
What he's that central attacking midfielder that we've been looking for.
He should be left back in the changing room. That's his position.
Lacazette's jaw was on the ground. He was thinking, I can't even do that.
He's our who's the guy at Man City? Their playmaking genius.
Who's that?
De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne.
No,
He's our Kevin De Bruyne.
He's our KDB, yeah? Yeah,
No,
I thought.
Robin De Holding. Rob De Holding.
Yeah.
Robinho.
But yeah, I thought he, as a defender, he's improving steadily.
Yep.
How old is he? 23? 24?
Still a young buck.
Yep.
Yeah, he's still improving. He really gets turned inside out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that distribution which hopefully will improve because he's going to get game time. Like we say,
Yeah,
we're
he's
quite
still young
short.
for a defender, yeah.
We're quite short at the back at the moment. So as long as David Luiz is out, as long as Mustafi is still injured, he's going to play.
Yeah.
And we know that the longer he plays, the better he gets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's done that before he got injured.
So before we go on to the players,
Yeah.
what did we think of the midfield in general as a unit?
El Nino in the middle of the park.
El who?
El Nino.
So that midfield unit. Well, how do you think do we need to improve or?
I think I'll still like to add one more player in there.
Mm-hmm.
But the players that came in, you can't fault El Nino.
Who?
El Nino.
El Nino. Now I thought, listen, I can't fault the guy. He's coming in and he's performing. And a manager called him phenomenal.
He was.
Right? When was
Considering the
the
opposition, but
no,
you know what it is? It's
2 games.
That's always the caveat. That's
Yes.
always the caveat of the opposition. But he has been very good in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
And Arteta is rapidly becoming the Spanish Harry Redknapp with his man management. Because he's praising players, rightly so. He's filling them up with gas
for
and
performing.
boosting their performance. And, he's boosting their confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
And
as much as I like to take the
Neni
piss
came
out of Harry Redknapp,
Yeah.
he was a great man manager. He'd always fill you up with confidence, and Arteta is doing that.
I think Klopp's the same way.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
vitally important to do that and do it publicly.
Yeah, so he spoke after the game and he said Arteta told him that we need you, and he, put some
He
confidence in
swallowed it
him. Yeah, and he's performing. So as long may it
His
continue.
performance was neat and
Yeah.
tidy.
Xhaka, are we talking about Xhaka or
The midfield unit.
Xavi?
Xavi.
I
Is that
couldn't
what
tell.
we're calling him now?
I couldn't tell.
Oh,
I couldn't tell.
Xavi.
I couldn't tell. I
couldn't
had
tell.
to squint and say, what? When did we sign a Spanish player?
Wow.
Yeah,
Do you see that ball to Uber? Oh my god, that ball to Uber.
Yeah.
Left foot over the defense, right on a sixpence. Come on.
Okay.
You know, Man City, if your favorite player, Man City fans, if KDB's done that, you'll be off your seat.
No, they see it all the time, so it's not like it's not nothing new to them.
Yeah, so listen, I thought Xhaka, what I really liked was when Xhaka goes forward.
So as a midfield pairing,
As
you
a
feel
pairing,
the communication.
whether it's Ceballos or El Nino,
No, this midfield. Yesterday, what you saw.
they complement each other. You know, one goes up, one stays back, and they switch. And yeah, I was really impressed.
Yeah.
The question is, like Gabriel said,
Yeah.
against the better teams, you're gonna need more. You're gonna need more than playing it safe, you know, sideways passes, right? Just doing the basic. You have to exert yourself in the game
Yeah.
and force plays. You know, play more through passes and control the game, right? Question is, can you repeat that same controlling performance against Liverpool?
We've seen it.
Yeah.
We've seen it against Chelsea.
Yeah.
We've seen it against Man City. You know, so we have seen it. We are, you know, game by game, getting really
Incrementally,
good. We're getting better, sorry.
Yeah.
We're getting better. So, you know, so Maitland-Niles and Bellerin are part for that midfield.
Yeah.
So as a unit, how do you think?
I think
we coped?
our right hand side was stronger than our left, because you still, you know, I would still like to see Tierney on that left hand side, because that will give you more balance in the way that you attack. I think, and it's also you need a left footed player there. The right hand side was extremely encouraging. Still, I didn't appreciate Bellerin's rugby tackle.
You didn't appreciate it.
Yeah.
I did appreciate it. I thought it was.
I
I thought
thoroughly
it was
enjoyed
great.
it.
No,
That's
What's
a
wrong with
popcorn
it?
moment.
What's wrong with it?
it's a rugby tackle. We're playing football, Gab.
Well, you know, the guy was trying to manhandle him.
Trying to strong arm him.
Yeah, the guy was trying to strong arm him and manhandle him, and
You're
Bellerin
coming
was
down
like,
with me,
"Nah,
son."
sorry.
No, just barge him off the ball and take the ball. Don't rugby tackle him.
It was too
I
late
wasn't
for that.
impressed. No.
I thought that was great. More of it. Sign him up.
No.
Exactly. Keep him.
So it's
him.
Bellerin in now, yeah?
Bellerin in,
That's it.
based
son.
on that rugby tackle.
Exactly.
Oh,
You
my
can't get
goodness.
bullied.
You can't give those kind of free kicks at the edge of the box. Sorry.
These
You know,
things
Anfield ball comes in. It's you know,
It
1-0.
happens. It happens.
Yeah, but what
Jamar.
you're gonna do? Sometimes you know you
I
have
would-
to show somebody that
Yes.
you're prepared to get into a physical
yes.
battle, because he didn't do that again to him, did he?
Going.
He didn't come back and do that
No.
again to him.
No. That's a yeah. But defensively, he still has a lot to improve.
Who? Bellerin.
Yes.
He's improved. Yes, I was.
Right.
Based on the last few performances, I've been impressed with Bellerin's attitude. I think that's more down to Mikel Arteta coaching the team and telling them,
Yeah.
being specific, because you know we all heard the tales of life under Arsene. There wasn't very much specifics. It was just a rough overview. But at the moment, it seems
It's
to
more
be
detail now.
everybody knows their job, which I
Yeah.
think is helping them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because Kieran Tierney was saying that that how from the sideline, Arteta's telling them where to stand and what to do, and he's telling them things before the ball's even coming to them. So it's like you're being told how to play the game rather than you're just left up to your own devices.
Remember Wenger when he used to do that?
Yeah. You know, it was, and it seems to be benefiting players immensely, like Xhaka, like El Neni. Now they're being given instructions. When the ball comes to you, I expect you to do this, or this. The player's going to come to you, and then this is what you do to get out of it. And we're seeing the slow but sure
Progression. Yeah, progressive steps. So yeah, I totally agree. Totally agree on that.
Yeah, Ainsley. I was surprised Saka didn't play. To be fair,
Me too.
but there's obviously a long season ahead.
Yeah.
He obviously wants Ainsley to sign, so he's going to start him in the first game of the season. So get him on the contract, sign him, and then stick him on the bench. You're not going anywhere now, son.
Yeah.
Dr. Evil.
But
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah. I think what it's clear that he will play the players that are on form, right? Because I think he said he was talking about the people on the bench. If they raise their level, then the performances of the team and the club are going to improve, and this is what I demand from the team.
And that's how it should be.
So yeah,
You saw when Pepe and Ceballos came on,
yeah,
it was a case of release the hounds. Brian, you know what I'm talking about. It was a case of just release the hounds because they were so eager to impress that Fulham were like, we just came with the party pieces because they were the ones doing nutmegs, taking Fulham players for a run. You know, we started to really show the flair because the two flair players
yeah,
that were eager to start came on like, right, this is what we can offer. So it was just like, ooh, embarrassment of riches here.
Well, this is what competition for places does.
Good.
yeah.
You know?
Here. Sorry to shout. But here. No, I agree with that. Competition.
Yeah, you know, the guy, if you want to remove somebody, then when you do get your appearance, you're going to have to impress.
Exactly.
You know, Ozil saying, I'm ready in training doesn't mean shit. we know that you're ready in training, Ozil.
Yeah.
But when you come on the pitch,
What do you do?
we know what we're going to get from you. Hence
Exactly.
why you're not getting picked to play.
Exactly. You know, we're starting something new, and if you're not on board, goodbye. Like I've said many times.
So what do you think of the front three triplet up front?
Yeah.
The trio up front.
Yeah.
Willian, Pepe,
And Lacazette.
Willian, Lacazette, and Aubameyang.
Give it time. See if they can gel. But Willian gives us, like you've pointed out, gives us something extra.
Well, you made a point. Both of you made a point earlier. Would Pepe have made that cross when from where Willian did when he picked up the ball after it broke down?
No.
When Lacazette got fouled?
No.
Or would Pepe have tried to go on a little dribble?
He would have tried to go on a little dribble. Get closer to the box. Maybe have taken a shot or tried to fight and
Yeah, tried to cross it into the back stick.
he would not. Not that he hasn't got the capabilities to find Aubameyang from where Willian passed it, but he wouldn't have. That wouldn't have been on his mind.
Not from just inside the
Not
the
from
halfway
there.
line.
Not from there. No. He would have tried and gone on a dribble. And one thing about Willian, there was a few things, but there was one where we broke away, and he was running down a blind alley. And there was two players coming to him, and he was cute enough and smart enough to get that connection.
Get a foul, yeah.
Get that foul, win that
that's
foul,
experience.
and then move us up the pitch.
Yeah.
Pepe would have tried to dribble, and I'm not digging Pepe out, but he would have tried to dribble, and he's lost the ball there so many times that the team come back with the ball. All of a sudden, we brought the ball out. Next thing you know, Pepe gets dispossessed. Then team are back on us again. But Willian had the smarts to say, right, just a little bit of contact, bang, win a free kick. And that's priceless. That experience, priceless.
And the other thing that I've noticed with the team as a whole is they're doing the sly stuff now that
Thank you.
I've long complained about.
Thank you.
When the other team get a free kick, somebody go and stand in front of the ball.
Thank you.
Don't let them take a quick free kick. We used to give the team a free kick and then everybody would turn their backs, and then the ball would get played, and we'd be in trouble. Now, the opposition get a free kick. The person nearest to the ball goes and stands in front of the ball. That's stuff you learn, even at amateur level.
Well, what was the game where David Luiz got caught out when we was playing at the Emirates? Was it Southampton, Burnley? One of those.
Yeah.
Where they didn't stand on they didn't, stop the player from taking a quick free kick. Quick free kick gets taken, they score. So, like you said, we just have to be a little bit
cuter. We're learning
Cuter.
We're learning the cute side of the game.
Yeah,
which is good to see.
of course.
I think you can actually see the experience from Willian. He just slotted in, like there's no rustiness or understanding. He looks like he's been playing with these three up front, for years.
I think there's more to come from him.
Yeah, and
He did look rusty. So it seems like if he can play like that, sorry to cut you, if he can play like that whilst not 100%, imagine what he's going to be like.
Of course, and that counts for all of them. They still have to keep up their fitness. But I thought he just looks, the way he pounced on that not the first goal, it was the third one. The way that he pounced on that loose ball, like how quick, sharp, right on the ball, just dribble and then pass.
Just a pass.
Yeah.
Just
so his head is always up.
A pass.
Yeah.
A simple ball that we've made hash browns out of in the past.
Yeah.
And you're just thinking, Aubameyang, please just slot this away, because that pass from Willian alone is, if fans were let into the ground, it's worth its entrance fee alone.
Absolutely.
Because it was like, oh my days, on a sixpence. Now finish it, please, Pierre. Bang, top bins.
Top corner, top bins.
Brilliant, man, brilliant. Another point with Willian was when Bellerin went foraging forward and Fulham won the ball. I was thinking, oh my God.
And he
that right back position's exposed. The camera pans to Willian and he's there in a right back position. I thought, oh my God, thank you.
Thank you. Pepe or Reece Nelson wouldn't have been there.
They wouldn't have been there. Thank God for that. So, yeah.
And the other thing I noticed with the team is there's more switching of play, which is a thing again. We never switch the play. We just play down one side of the pitch all the time. Just play down the left-hand side and it just get congested and we'd lose the ball. And you'd be looking at you'd be watching the game and you'd be saying, but the guy's standing on the other side of the pitch free. Somebody passed the ball over to him.
Thank you.
And it's like, you'd see every other team doing it.
Yeah.
Even the worst teams in the league would be switching the play.
Yeah.
But not Arsenal. Arsenal would continue to play these little pretty passes in ever decreasing space.
Yeah.
Yeah, and trying to walk through the middle.
Trying to work the ball in the middle and
But
this time it would be right from the left. We're going to switch it to the right, and then if it's not working over there, we switch it back over to the left. And it's like finally move the opposition about.
And the composure at the back, the composure from goalkeeper to the back line, being able to pass out from the back with composure. And that's what I liked.
That takes a lot of ball.
It does.
You're right on the goal line. Like you're right on your keeper, and you have to.
And as a
maintain
keeper as well.
And pass you. That's how all the recent great goals have come.
Yeah. So you look at Neuer and how he plays.
Yep.
Sweeper keeper. But Leno, I criticised his distribution last season because it wasn't as good as Martinez. But yesterday, I thought his distribution was quicker and better. So, great signs from the team, what I saw.
100%.
Yeah, it was all-round good performance. All-round good performance by the team.
Yeah.
So, player ratings.
Okay. Drum roll, please. Drum roll.
Drums, please.
That's it. Okay,
so start with
Michel Leno.
Yes, Hair Leno.
Yeah.
Hair Leno.
Who's starting first? Who's starting first? Who wants to go first?
You
I'll
go,
go
Jamal.
first. I'll go first. Ben Leno, like you just said, great with his feet, right? But when he was called upon, he was switched on, right? Because that mistake came opening minutes.
Of course.
Early in the season, just started. The game is not even begun yet. And he has to make a crucial save, and he did.
And as a keeper, you're meant to be switched
Yeah,
on.
he's switched on. It's not easy, And to be fair, after that, he wasn't tested much, but he was part of the. He was involved in all our good plays from the back, right? Kept the ball moving. Yeah, I'll give him a solid 8. You can't ask for more.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
I was impressed with his overall play. Didn't have too much of a heavy day, which is partly due to the opposition, partly due to the improvements in our defence. Because last season, even against the lower teams, he was working hard. He was the hardest working player on the pitch, even against poor opposition. So I think it's a testament to how much we've improved. That he had so little to do.
Yeah.
I'll give him an 8 as well.
Yeah, so with me, I'll give him an 8. Like you both pointed out, he had little to do, but he was very sharp in the first few minutes to react like that, like how he did. His distribution, like I pointed out, was good because, like I said, I've criticised him in the past. But yeah, Leno gets an 8 from me. Okay, moving on.
Rob Holding.
Do you want me to start?
Yep.
Rob Holding, even though we was in the winning side, I just thought he was the one that was squandering passes. He didn't really get spun or done. He done his job. So I was going to be harsh and give him 6, but I'll give him a 7. Yeah, because he done his job. He done his job. But still, his distribution lets him down. So 7 for Rob.
Yeah.
Rob Dino. No, he gets 7.5.
Robbie Van Persie.
For that the kick up. The kick ups.
They were calling him Burkham.
The keepy uppies.
I would give him. I didn't. To be honest, his passing wasn't a major issue for me. It's just sometimes the passes that he makes are not, there were circumstances where Xhaka was free and he would just go sideways, right? When Xhaka's free, like that through ball is on, but he doesn't have that confidence yet to just play that kind of ball. But what I liked about him, he was adventurous enough to go forward, and try out things, which is you can't fault that.
I must admit, yeah. He was pressing high up as well.
Absolutely.
So I will give him that.
I was surprised,
So, yeah.
Yeah. So I think defensively, I could not fault him at all.
What?
So I would give him a solid 8 again.
A solid 8.
Yeah, I was quietly impressed from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8.
Yeah, I was quite impressed with Rob Holding. I thought he did his job. Could improve certain areas, which will come with time, but considering the opposition, again, he done his job. It was a steady Eddie performance. I'll give him a 7.
So would you keep him? Because there's rumours of him departing to Newcastle.
I think he has no choice but to keep him now because Luis is out. Yeah.
But then we have Murray.
From what is...
Murray.
Yeah, we have Murray as well. That's... Yeah. So It's you know how Arsenal now when winter hits, half of these players will be injured.
Yeah, we know.
So I think the sensible thing to actually do is to keep him, because there's question marks. Saliba's injury record, and Luis is out injured. Mustafi's already injured, so it's the start of the season, and we have, quite a few players out.
Yeah.
So it would be crazy, really, to actually let him go now.
All right.
Gabriel, the man of the hour.
Okay, so one of the first Brazilian debutants, he straight away answered my question of suspicion. The question I posed to you two, what's he like with aerial duels? And he just shows me he's another Mustafi when it comes to aerial battles. It's like he loves heading the ball, like going up for aerial duels. He won when the ball was getting kicked out by the opposition.
Yeah.
From goal kicks, bang. Wasn't scared to, go up for it. On corners, when the opposition had their corners, he would be heading them out, leaping like a salmon. And I was like, at last, hallelujah, we've got someone, when your dunks come into town, and these big burly centre backs come into town from set pieces. We've got someone that actually likes to leap, jump, and challenge.
Yeah.
So that was really something that I was looking at in his game, because it's all good you being composed on the ball and passing it sideways and looking pretty on the ball. But when it comes to the rugged stuff, when it comes to the art of defending, what are you like?
Yeah.
Then another thing that used to be the Achilles heel to Arsenal was when you had these powerful, pacey forwards. Gabriel dealt with a Kamara who would have given us the horrors in the past. And what he was doing was shepherding, marshalling, chaperoning. And what he was just doing, he wasn't giving him time to turn and put the afterburners on. He followed him. If he went to the toilet, hi, my name's Gabriel, pleased to meet you. If he went down the byline, hi, my name's Gabriel. He followed him everywhere. And when teams used to come with the Emirates plan, let's just soak up the Arsenal pressure, we'll hit our speed and pace merchant.
Yeah.
We'll just hit. Gabriel marshalled him, and that's what I loved about him. Brilliant. 9.5. Well done, son, because he got on the score sheet as well.
Absolutely. When you first see a new signing, especially a defender, what you have to look out for, can he defend? Can he pass? Can he head the ball? Is he composed? And does he like the physical challenge? Because this is the Premier League. And yes. Right? And not only that, he had the most touches, most passes, most recoveries, most clearances, most tackles, most fouls won, which was...
Let's get that straight.
He can win fouls, so he's smart enough to draw a foul.
And how many times?
And
Sorry
dribble
to cut you.
and dribble past 0.
Sorry to cut you, because it's just popped into my head.
Yeah.
How many times have we been looking at players and we're saying, don't foul, please don't foul. Oh!
Yeah.
Why did you make that foul?
Yeah.
Did you see with him? None of that. None of that reckless.
Composed.
It was just composed.
Yeah.
Just standing your player up, jockeying.
I think he conceded one foul where he just put his hand on the back of the guy and the guy milked it.
Yeah.
Won that foul, but
that's what I liked about his game.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jamal. Sorry, Gabes.
100%. So, and the goal, right? So he's
thought he
got an
gets
eye
the
for goal,
0.5.
and I'll give him a 10.
A 10.
Wow.
A 10.
Bloody hell.
I'll give him a 10. For a debut, you have to take into account that's his first game in 6 months.
Mm.
No, like Arteta was actually worried that he actually might get injured,
Mm.
right? So this is a new country, new club, new league,
Yeah.
not played in 6 months.
Have to take that all into account.
Comes onto the field and just owns it. You know, I'm the Don. I'm the guy who's in charge,
Well, he's got tougher tests,
right? So
to come.
10.
But yeah,
Yeah, good. It's not much I can really add to what you guys have said. I thought he recovered well from his initial miscommunication. A lot of players, well, not even a lot of players, some players may have dwelt on it in their head and then started making more mistakes. But he seemed to get that out of his head. It was a mistake, right? Nothing's happened. We carry on. Like you say, he was great in the air, tough in the tackle. He seemed to relish his personal duel with Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not scared of the physicality of the Premiership. And he brought a nice balance to our passing out from the back with his left-footedness.
composure.
So, you guys have more or less covered everything that I could say. So I would give him a 9 myself. Very good debut, and he scored. Even though I'm going to take half a point off because it came off his shoulder.
That's Dr. Evil.
harsh. That's
Lord
harsh.
Vader, I beg of you.
Oh my God.
Because it came off his shoulder, he scored.
That's the equivalent of a scuffed shot. He went for it with his head. He did all the action, and it came off his shoulder.
Yeah, well, he scored on his debut.
My God.
That was harsh, man.
So yeah, I take. I'm docking him
I cannot
0.5.
co-sign with. I'm not co-signing with that.
Wow. Lord Vader. Oh, I can't breathe.
You have
Man
failed me.
scores on his debut and he chokes it off. To
Oh,
his
my
shoulder,
God. Yeah, moving on.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Kieran Tierney.
Tierney, yeah.
All the superlatives, man. Consistent. He's an 8, man. If I start giving him 9s, look, he's just Mr. Consistent. You know, that's it. I'm not saying any more. Consistent.
Mr. Consistent, yep.
Moving on.
8 for me as well. You know, he was a little bit stifled because he wanted to go forward and contribute on that side, but he had to. He had a job.
He's defensive.
His defensive job, A star.
The man loves defending.
Yeah. So can't fault the guy.
Yeah. Moving
No,
on.
Mr.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that 0.5 that I took off Gabriel. I'm gonna transfer it to Kieran Tierney
Yeah.
because that man's engine is unbelievable. When Aubameyang scored the goal, who was the player overlapping
Yeah.
Aubameyang? It was Tierney.
It was Tierney. He was busting the gut. Yeah.
It
I
was
saw.
Tierney. It was like, what the hell are you doing up at this point of the
the attack.
pitch? Yeah, at this point of the attack, and he was going at full tilt,
He was going for it. Yeah, he was.
and I was like, man, that's some engine you've got. That's a Rolls Royce engine you've got there.
Determination, man.
So yeah, that 0.5 I deducted. I'm transferring it to Kieran.
Oh gosh.
So he gets 8.5 from me.
8.5.
Hector,
Bellerin.
the model Bellerin.
For me, Bellerin will get a 7. It's 7.5 because he done well. He done his job. There was no frills, no spills from him, but he done his job. His passing was accurate. I felt he could have been a bit more adventurous in the final third.
Mm-hmm.
But he done his job. I can't say any more. Belonged to a winning side, and he didn't look out of his depth. He didn't look out of place, and done well. Yeah, that's it from me.
What did you give him?
For his fashion, I'll give him a 0.5, and the rest of it is 6.5. So he gets a 7.
A 7.
A 7.
Hector the style icon Bellerin.
Yeah.
No, give him 7. Give him 7. I was going to give him
7, are you sure?
7.5.
I'm going to give Hector.
For style?
Well, for style, Hector for me gets 0. I don't know what kind of style icon Hector is, because I look at his clothes and think, what are you wearing? What pajamas are you wearing today out in the street?
Oh, my
And why are
God.
your trousers? These are supposed to be trousers. Why are they up by your shins?
Did you see that piece they done in the for the BBC when they're supposed to pick some clothes off a rack and see who comes out with the best fashion?
Yeah.
Did you see Bellerin's?
No.
Man, terrible.
Bellerin's
Yeah, he was going for the 1990s, isn't it?
He was terrible. His dress sense is terrible. Saliba's was good.
Yeah, but it's like you look at these.
Kolasinac, the bodyguards, was good.
These are sensible individuals. You know those. You know when they do Fashion Week and they show, this is the new range for the summer. It's like, who's wearing this? This big triangular clothes. Who's wearing these clothes?
Bellerin should have been in the film Zoolander.
Yeah, that's where he fits in.
Sorry, Hector. Moving on to your performance.
Yeah,
Your
but
footballing performance.
style icon aside,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Hector. I thought he had a steady performance. I was gonna give him 7.5, but again, I thought the tackle that he made was impressive.
That rugby tackle, yeah?
Yeah, because it's been so long since we've seen something like that. Or
We
for
saw
me,
it from Gunduzi against who was it against Zaha when he took.
oh
it,
yeah,
when
that's
the rugby
true.
tackled him.
That's true. That was fantastic. I enjoyed that. And
Come
the
to
time
Arsenal,
he
yeah?
chopped somebody when they were making a. It was Zaha when
It was
he boxed
Zaha,
him off,
yeah. Yeah.
I like those kind of things.
Those
I like
kind of
that
things, yeah.
dirty.
The nasty side of the game.
The nasty side, the dirty side of the game that you're prepared to pull it out of your bag when necessary.
Yeah.
So for that alone, I'll give him an 8.
Yeah. I agree.
I like that.
What did you give him, Jamal?
I was really impressed with his passing. His passing was quality.
Mm-hmm.
And what I liked about him as well, it wasn't just meaningless sideways passing. Those forward progression passing
Mm-hmm.
that gets the whole team, in that state.
Mm-hmm.
Was really important. I think he had a quietly good game.
Mm-hmm.
His defending, apart from that rugby tackle, which I didn't enjoy.
Is he getting back to the old Hector?
Slowly, yeah. He's trying to get he's 100%. He's quicker now than he was even a month ago. And he looks his defensive. I agree with you. Defensive side, he's improving, and I think I would give him an 8.5.
Ooh. Oh, wow. 8.5.
Yeah,
Okay.
That pass to Oba,
Yeah, his vision.
quality,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and on the goal, he's chipped to, I think to El
El
Neni
Neni.
or Shaka. It was El Neni,
El
right?
Neni.
Yeah, he was.
That was a quality ball.
He was.
Lacazette almost ruined that whole move by falling over as usual. Yeah.
Okay, so
So,
who's next?
We get onto the Egyptian Zidane.
Egyptian.
El Nenio.
Man, I've got to say, I apologise because for a few episodes of the Magic Cat show, I have been, taking the mickey out of him. But I've got to say, his performance was brilliant. It was brilliant. In the early days, I was a fan of El Neni. I've got to admit that. When him and Coquelin used to, operate in the midfield, I used to like that. But I just thought that he had nothing on his offensive, in his offensive game.
He was too conservative.
Yes. When we needed someone to unlock the door or be like a Dani Ceballos,
Yeah.
I just thought he didn't have that in him. But I got to admit, industry, simplicity, oh my days, he was good. He's getting a 9. He was up there for me for my man of the match. My man of the match. That's my personal opinion. Because he was up there. Because I was so impressed with his game that, I've been digging him out. But it remains to be seen if he can do that when we get the big games coming.
Or over the course of a season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The big games are coming. End of September to October, we'll see. But yeah, that's me. 9 for El Nene. El who?
El Nene. 9. That's quite a score. Yeah, I agree with you. He's exactly what you would expect or would hope for a squad player to come in and do. And his passing, his defending, his composure, which I really like. I've always liked him. His composure. He looks composed, right? He's not flashy. He's not, reaching for tackles. Those last minute challenges. He's not about that. He's always been a tidy player. The problem is when you play for a top club, that's not enough, right? In midfield, you need to show more, right? Going forward, going
and you
back,
have to take risks with your
have to
passing.
take risks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that microscope will be on every single game, so you can't have one good game and 3 average ones and 1 great game and 4 absolutely shocking ones.
Yeah.
Right? That the challenge for someone like him now is, can you produce that kind of performances the way Tierney does? Right? We don't want to see 9 out of 10 every game. Just be 7 out of 10 man.
Yeah.
Be Milner. Right? So if you can do that, there's a place in this team because the Arteta likes this guy. I think he called him phenomenal, right? That's high praise. So he needs to actually show that at Anfield. He needs to show that at Stamford Bridge. He needs to show that at Old Trafford, Tottenham, right? So he was outstanding. That was one of the best performances that I've seen in midfield all year.
Yeah.
Right?
One of the best what?
One of the best central midfield performances.
What, from him or from anybody?
From our team.
Okay.
Right.
What, as a duo, or are you talking about his
individual performance,
was the best that you've seen this year?
Taken into his circumstances.
Yeah.
Right? I will give him a good 9.5.
Oh, Jamal with the 0.5s, man.
You've been very kind. Christmas is in December,
Play like that, El Nino, and I'll give you 9.5 every game.
Yes, much like you, not too much to complain about with El Nene. Neat and tidy. He was neat and tidy against Liverpool. He's carried that on today with Fulham. Hopefully he'll continue that against West Ham and subsequent games after that. Kept it simple. Man who knows his limitation. And like we say, it wasn't all about him passing the ball sideways and backwards. There was the balls forward. He was industrious, which is to be expected. Like the two of you have said, not to cover old ground, but sterner challenges lie ahead. So based on yesterday's performance, I will give El Nene an 8.
Okay. Who's next?
After that, we now have
we got
Granit Xhaka.
Okay, so I'll keep this short and sweet. Did you want to say something?
No, go.
Short and sweet, I'm giving Xhaka an 8. I'm impressed. Each week, I still smile and shake my head because I can't believe it's the same player that Arsenal wanted out, and he wanted to leave, but he's just becoming a leader each game. He's getting better, and just long may it continue until we get better. Replacement, a better replacement. But for now, Granit Xhaka gets an 8 for me. Next.
Yeah, Granit Xhaka or Granit Xavi?
Oh, Jamal, stay away from that.
I can't tell. I was rubbing my eyes. What's
Granit Xavi,
what's this transformation?
Granit
But
Iniesta.
from what he was to what he is now, it was like total.
Do you think he's on that level? Xavi, Iniesta,
I watched
Busquets?
the Germany game.
No.
I watched the Germany game.
Kuz,
I watched the Germany game last week where he was
Alonso.
playing. He was the best player on the pitch.
Who's that?
Yeah, I heard he gave Tony Cruz
He
a
was
football
giving
lesson,
Cruz the runaround,
That's a one-off, man.
right?
Yeah, let him do it. Let's his performance has
No,
been good.
but he's been doing it on a consistent basis. It's not just the one-off
No,
game,
I agree.
right?
I agree.
He's whatever, like he's staying fit and he's producing the performances. which
And
is-
he's
which is
turning up to
perfect.
training when he's not supposed to.
Is it?
He was given a day off. I think after the match, after the international match, he was told to stay at home, relax, and he came into training. And he
That's
just
the
worked.
spirit. That is the spirit.
One criticism is his shooting is almost gone now.
Don't worry, he'll get that again.
Yeah,
Don't
he
worry.
used to be able to shoot, but
Yeah.
do everything else wrong. But now it's the opposite. He can pass, but his shooting is gone. So
Don't worry,
we have
at least
to
he's trying to
hit him on the
shoot.
head again.
Yeah, at least he's trying to shoot.
Yeah. So I'll give him an 8.5.
That's it. Practice.
And he's shown leadership,
Well, I pointed that out last show anyway.
right? Yeah, he's tremendous leadership. So I'm impressed.
Okay.
I'm gonna give Xhaka another 8. I think he's been a revelation. Again, I still think if there's better out there,
You're still living. You're still living, Gabs.
no. If we can get better,
Xhaka will hold the Champions League trophy high, and Gab will still need a better player.
I think at that point I might just say, you know what,
You can
Gab
stay.
will still
Yeah,
be
I
sitting
will-
there living.
I
But
will
he's still.
say through gritted teeth, yeah, Xhaka, you've done well, but his transformation-
He's become like our Henderson, because there's a lot of Liverpool
Yes.
fans who still, he could pick up Champions League, all the awards that he wants. They will still not be convinced that
But that's the beauty of football. Everybody
they
sees
want
things
Thiago
differently.
Alcantara.
Everybody, you need your water carriers.
Yes.
This is the thing. You need your water carriers. I
Dunkers
know
and
that.
Deschamps.
And
Didier Deschamps.
Yeah.
Xhaka has got an exceptional range of passing. Arteta, again, it seems to be a trait of Arteta's, is bringing
The best.
the best out of players. And, I can't fault him. Since Arteta's came, I can't fault Xhaka in any way, shape or form.
Yeah.
His tackling, his positioning, his passing, his leadership, his talking. He was telling Leno where to pass the ball. He was like, don't look at me, look over there. The pass that you need is there. And that's where Leno passed it.
Pause and time out. Are we talking about Granit Xhaka?
Granit
Here.
Xhaka, who
It could
couldn't
be- it
even
could be his
tackle to save his dinner.
identical twin.
Are you talking about Granit Xhaka here?
Invasion of the body snatchers.
This is honestly
The
because,
Monstars.
because
Space Jam.
German fans have a different kind of Xhaka than the one that we saw the previous years for Arsenal, because over there he was highly rated. Right,
Who's Xhaka, yeah.
he was an
So-
all-action man, box to box. He scored goals, tackles. He had the whole package. He comes to Arsenal,
Wenger
and-
decides to redesign him.
and
I can rebuild him.
yeah, he bought into that Wenger ball. So
We can rebuild him.
yeah,
Oh, gosh.
So listen,
I'm impressed. Xhaka
He's the
is
real
slowly
deal.
growing on me.
Yeah,
And he's
I've got
going
to
on a-
admit.
Yeah.
I've got to admit. I can't say anything bad about him.
After Aubameyang and Tierney, the next name on that sheet for me
Is
is
Xhaka.
Xhaka.
Yeah, Leno as well.
You know, which is good because now we're starting to get players that are
Mainstays now.
Yeah, they're mainstays. It's like, you know, the core of the team is starting to take shape.
Yeah.
Next.
So I haven't given my score. I'd give him
sorry.
8.5. No, did I say 8? I'll give him. I'll boost him up to
be
an 8.5.
generous, Lord Vader.
Thank you, Gab.
Give him a 0.5, man.
Yes, he gets an 8.5. Yeah. Ainsley, Maitland, Niles.
Quiet, industrious.
Yeah.
Quietly industrious for me. That's how I'll describe his game. Didn't really pull up too many trees yesterday, but done his job. I liked his defensive side.
And he put in a great cross with his left foot, so he's clearly been working on his left foot.
Yeah. And he's part of the team now. He's part of that team. So it's a case of, you know, shift me. You're going to have a hard time getting me, away from this team. So that's what I've liked about his performances. But yesterday's performance, quietly industrious. So I'm going to give him an 8.
Yeah, Ainsley Maitland-Niles for me. Again, quietly effective. Very neat and tidy down the left-hand side. The right-footed player playing on the left. Just kept it simple. Didn't try and do anything beyond his skill set on that side of the pitch. Dealt with whatever threat there was. I don't think there's too much more to add to his game. Just quietly effective. I'll give Ainsley an 8.
8, you guys are generous.
We have incoming here.
I thought he looked uncomfortable.
Count Dooku calling.
Not his position. No.
Count
no.
Dooku.
I'm not going to pull a Gap.
Count Dooku to the checkout, please.
I thought his passing was off. He was the only Arsenal player to pass below 80%.
Was he?
Yeah, 75. And first game of the season.
But passing is not really his.
Yeah,
out of all the players at Arsenal,
it's not his fault.
Him and Holding have got to be the worst passers of the ball.
Yeah,
it's not a strong point of his.
Yeah,
but he makes up for that.
That tackle
with other aspects of his game.
That he made on Adoy. Crunching talent. You know,
was
like,
brilliant.
Brilliant. You know, he never came back again. That guy.
Yeah, there was one.
He said,
that's why I said he reminds me of Lauren.
Yeah,
Lauren used to do that to a lot of players.
There was one.
No, but his passing is actually good.
Who?
Like when he played in the cup final. Ainsley.
Ainsley.
Right? His pass was amazing.
Yeah, but what side of the pitch was he playing?
He was on the left again.
Was he?
Yeah, he was on the left side. Yeah.
He was.
I
don't see his passing.
I love him.
Great.
You know, and Gab. I've defended him for a very long time. His passing was a little bit off, but that's first game of the season. But defensively, he's just so solid. That's what I like about him. So I'll give him a solid 7.5.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Right, that's not Kanduku level.
Yeah, I thought
that's not Gabriel level.
No,
for me, his passing, and I think again it's due to having had such good players in those positions before.
Yeah,
when it does go awry for him and it's short or it doesn't reach the intended target, I always remember them. So maybe I'm being overly critical with Ainsley with his passing. But 8.5, 7.5.
Yeah.
Our next new debutant, the latest addition to our Samba Boy contingent.
Samba Boys.
Willian Borges. I will start. I cannot believe Chelsea didn't want to hold on to this guy.
Thank you, Chelsea. On a free.
I know Lampard probably wanted him. I don't see what the problem was in giving him an extra year.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the difference is between 2 years and 3 years. I could see, okay, 2 years and 4 years, or we want to give you a 1 year and you're asking for 3 years. But a 2 and a 3,
Yeah.
you're really going to let this guy go with the amount of young players that you've got coming in?
Yeah.
This guy could have, imparted his knowledge.
100%.
But, it's Chelsea's loss is our gain. His work rate, was phenomenal. His knowledge and the way he dealt with certain situations where in the past we may have made the wrong decision.
Mm-hmm.
The pass for Aubameyang's goal, he looks like he's slotted straight in to the team. He's going to be fantastic for Gabriel. He's going to be fantastic for Martinelli. It's just fantastic that we've got him, and I'm just going to give him a straight-up 9 for yesterday.
William the Conqueror.
Yes, Willian the Conqueror. Great title.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with you. I've said it earlier on in the show. I just thought that his experience is just priceless, and what his experience that he's going to bring to the team, priceless, man. I've always been a fan. I said this in episode 2 and 3 of the Magic Hat Show. I said that his experience, what he will bring to the team. I've always been a fan of him ever since he was at Chelsea. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to follow you with a 9, because that was a perfect debut.
Yeah.
The pass alone, the pass to Aubameyang,
I expect him to get at least 10 goals this
10
season.
goals.
Yeah. Which we have lacked since
Ljungberg?
Ljungberg and Pires
yeah,
days.
he got 9 last year.
I'm just looking at the positions he took up around the box. You're going to get chances to score.
Yeah.
And you're going to put them away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Arteta's going to get more out of him.
Dead ball specialist,
dead
free
ball-
kicks,
No,
penalties.
He created the
corners.
most chances in the game. Right? So he created the most chances, most key passes.
And you know what's more impressive?
What?
His afro.
Oh, another afro. We haven't had an afro.
Oh, as
Yeah.
a person who has no more hair,
Yeah.
I'm jealous of that afro because he doesn't
Louis-
seem to be losing his hair.
Louise is losing his afro, which is sad.
But Willian's hair.
Yeah, it's magnificent.
What was that cartoon? The hip hop cartoon. That was
Jackson 5 cartoon.
no, it was a cartoon. It's Samurai? No, it wasn't Samurai Jack.
Yeah. Samurai.
The hip hop cartoon.
It was all black characters.
The
Black Samurai
Boondocks.
one.
Yeah,
The Boondocks.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Boondocks, that
yeah.
little kid. Yeah.
yeah, that's who he reminds. That's who he reminds me
The
of.
foul mouthed little kid.
Yeah, that's who he reminds me of.
Yeah.
It's like this guy's a big old hardened
Can we
back
shake
Premier League winner, and he just looks like a little kid.
From the Boondocks, yeah.
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 I need to watch that show again.
Yes, that was awesome.
That was a hilarious show.
Yeah.
So listen, left. Foot. And is he 2-footed, right?
He can play on either side.
Yeah.
He can play right, down the middle,
Yeah.
or on the left.
Yeah. He's
Man,
on a free. I think
that's brilliant.
this is our best free sign-in since
Sol
Sol
Campbell.
Campbell.
Well, let's hold our horses,
Right.
but what he has,
Yes,
let's just hope that he can fulfill.
he will get a solid.
I don't
9.
even think there's any. I don't even think there's any dispute that my man is going to deliver this season. He's one of those
He's
players
looking raring to go.
who's there's something about him. He just seems like a perfectly nice guy, serious about his job.
He looks serious, don't he?
Yeah, he looks serious about his job.
Yeah.
Even when he came off the bench, there was no smiling. He was like, "Man, what's up with you? Why are you looking so?"
I thought he was looking.
He's looking to
mean,
prove a
man.
Yeah, he was like, "Why are you looking so,
Yeah, he's looking to prove
so
a point.
tense and aggressive?" But that's just his demeanor.
Yeah.
I think after a game. So for me, there's no let's hold our horses. For me personally, the stable door is open and those horses are galloping.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Because
boy, whoa.
Yeah, we know what we're getting with him.
yeah,
Other than injuries, and that's another thing, he's hardly ever injured.
yeah. there comes a time when a professional player, all the tools that he had, everything just comes together.
Well-
and that's where he is now. He's confident. I've learned everything, and I'm here to just give you guys the best of me. So
Yeah.
I'll give him a solid 9.5.
Wow.
Right? Because thank you, Chelsea.
Lacazette.
Lacazette gets a 7.5 for me. Industrious, but Lord Vader says hard work is
Basic requirement. Bog standard. There's
and
no
you-
extra
and you
points
get
for running around.
Yeah, you
get
get
nil
nil point. You get nil point for industry. No, but I felt that he got his goal, and he worked tirelessly. What I loved to see was when we were getting back into our defensive shape, you'd see Lacazette, running beyond the halfway line to get back and help out, and that's what I liked about his game. So, yeah, I'm gonna give Lacazette 7.5. Did I say? Yeah, 7.5.
Yes, I will give Lacazette a. I'm going to give him a 7.
Oh, I was waiting with bated breath there.
No, I was.
Lord Vader.
I thought the team performed well, and he was part of the team. Arteta made a good point, or somebody. I can't remember if it was actually Arteta, but Eddie is at Lacazette's back.
He's breathing down his neck.
Yeah, he's at his back, which is gonna have to spur him on. With the links that I'm seeing in the press with Edson Edward, Lacazette's days may be numbered, so he may be fighting for his place at Arsenal.
Yeah.
And the only thing that has let him down is his scoring. It's not, you can't fault him for anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You can only fault him for his scoring.
Well said.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
For me, 7.5. Steady Eddie performance from him.
Yeah, that was
Good.
well said from
That is
Gabs.
all we ask as a centre forward. Yeah, and he said that he's happy at Arsenal. He doesn't want to go anywhere. It's media talk, the press, and Gabriel want to get him out of the club. Didn't he say that?
Who's Gabriel?
Yeah,
Lord Vader.
that guy on the Magic Cat. I've heard him. It's not the media, it's him. So what did I give him? Did I give my score for him?
7.5. Yeah.
7.5.
Yeah, he gave him 7.5.
Yeah, I
No.
agree. Come on,
He's impressed. Yeah. Not a spectacular show from Lacazette, but he done the basic things right. Right. His hold up is better. His link up is improving, and with Nketiah breathing down his neck, I think that's gonna get more out of him. And I've read somewhere that he scored 4 in 7 Premier League games now, which is for Lacazette. That's not bad at all.
Not bad.
Right?
Really needs to step up though.
Yeah,
But
he
yeah.
needs to score a lot more.
he needs to be in double figures. He needs to be
Yeah,
about
he
the
needs to-
15 goals a season. And I think he's a striker. 15 goals a
Exactly.
season is your
your midfielders.
wide, your midfielders and your wide
15,
players.
20, for someone like Lacazette. But
Don't forget, Frank
need-
Lampard was scoring 20 every season.
yeah,
From
From
midfield.
midfield.
Exactly.
yeah.
So next,
What did you give him?
I would give him an 8
And last but not least,
for scoring a goal.
that
the
man,
striker.
a 1, 2,
Yes.
a 1, 2, 3, 2.
Oh,
Aubameyang.
Yes, Aubameyang. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. For me, he gets a 9.
You
Just
can't
for
give
the
him a
goal.
0.5. Gotta give him a 0.5. That goal, man.
Now he gets a 0.5
Quality
for the
goal.
goal because I was going to give it. In fact, he gets a whole point for the goal because I was going to give him an 8 for the game
Right, okay.
because I didn't think he
Yeah.
did too much
Yeah.
in the game, which is his want. You know, he's very quiet in games, works hard, he's quietly effective,
Yeah.
does a lot of work. But some of his passing and layoffs are strangely inaccurate for a man who shoots with such accuracy.
Very harsh, Gab.
No, it's not harsh. It's not harsh
Very
at all.
harsh.
His passing, if he could pass the way he shoots, he would be on point.
But that's not his job.
What, to pass the ball is not his job.
Put the ball in the back of the net.
Well, then
that
maybe
is
he
his
should
job.
start
That's what I
shooting
want.
when he's passing to his
That's what
fellow
I want.
teammates. Just shoot to your teammate.
His
because
passing is not bad.
His passing's awful.
It is
What are you
dreadful,
talking about?
It's
Jamal.
not bad.
His passing is awful.
But most strikers, their passing is not great.
No.
Most strikers,
No, man.
their percentages.
when you give the ball to Aguero, you're getting it on a plate. You give it to Vardy, you're getting it on a plate.
Not when you're at elite level. Harry Kane. You're not talking about your players that are down at the bottom of the table. We're talking about your players at the top club. Your passing is always. I can't
Yeah.
think. Even going back to Alan Smith.
Yeah.
The passing
Smudger.
was always crisp.
He was a brilliant hold-up player.
But Aubameyang's layoff passing, he'll take the ball out of the air, do all the hard work.
And then let
then-
yourself down.
Who are you passing to? Have you got double vision?
I was passing it to him. Oh, you should have been there.
Yeah. And then he has the temerity to get upset with other players when they don't pass the ball to him.
He
accurately.
can do whatever he wants, Gab. He's putting the ball in the back of the net.
Kieran Tierney did a pass to Aubameyang, and I knew what Kieran Tierney was doing. Kieran Tierney was passing the ball ahead of Aubameyang for him to run onto.
Yeah.
And Aubameyang was caught on his heels, which is fair enough.
I saw it.
And then Kieran Tierney was like this, and Aubameyang gave him some cut-eye look. And I was like, mate, you can't be giving anybody dirty looks with some of the passes I've seen you give.
Yeah.
But that's, like you say,
That's nitpicking.
he's 31. It's not nitpicking.
No, it's not
It's
nitpicking.
nitpicking.
It's not
It's not
nitpicking.
He can do whatever he wants.
He's
you know?
31. He's not going to
Without
improve on his
him,
passing.
the
Old
bottom
dog
line is
tricks.
Gab.
Yeah.
The bottom line is Gab. Without him, we'll be
When
bottom
have
table.
I disputed that?
Right?
I've never
Bottom
disputed
table.
that.
So
I'm just
his
saying
passing,
his passing is
terrible.
abysmal.
No, it's not. It's not.
His
You know?
passing is abysmal. Even his
you
crossing
gotta
is
admit,
abysmal.
Jamal, his passing is poor.
Nah.
Look,
Okay.
at the end of the
So
day,
what would you give him?
I've said I gave him a 9.
A 9.
I was going to give him an 8.
A 9.
But a 9 for the
And you
goal.
complain about his passing. Then you should take a point off then.
No, he
But
got a
he
9.
said-
He got a 9 because of the goal.
he gave him an extra
Oh,
point
just
because
to
he
go
was
for
going to
the
give
goal.
him an 8.
That's, okay.
It's understandable.
Lee, what would you give him?
Okay, I'll give him a 9.5 because that goal alone
Thank you, Lee.
worth the entrance fee, mate. I tell you that. It was the Willian pass and then executed.
How many of these one end to the other end goals have we done under Arteta's reign? It's becoming like a signature move.
About 3 or 4 now.
I liked Aubameyang's takedown and then
I thought the takedown was not quite in his path. You know, he had to check his stride a little bit. Henry would have not on Bergkamp, but that would have just dropped perfectly in his stride.
Listen,
Bergkamp wouldn't have had to check his
you
stride.
see Henry would have taken that down.
Yeah, he'd have taken that with
Metatarsal.
both
Yeah.
feet off
Back.
the floor.
Yeah, he would have. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, we are not slagging Aubameyang off.
I've got nothing to do with this.
We are not slagging off Aubameyang. We're just saying, if he just had that touch,
Yeah.
my goodness gracious me. But anyway, we can't have everything, you know.
He is who he is.
Yeah, he is who he is. No, but going back to his performance yesterday, yeah, he was quiet. But I loved his industry yesterday. I loved his tracking back because it was like, who's that?
He's the leader of the team.
Yeah, love it. He always plays with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Aubameyang. It's just that,
Yeah.
you know, he gives us...
He laughs at everything. That man must laugh when he's taking his shit. I have never heard that. Every time
Thank you for that image, Gabriel.
Oh, my God.
He is always laughing. Every time I see him, he's... He's got that
Oh
laugh,
my
that
God.
infectious laugh. It's like,
No, but
Yeah.
that's good. We've
He
got
was
a character
laughing.
in the club.
He was laughing in iced water.
Yeah,
exactly.
Did you see
know?
that?
You know, Willian was shaking. You know,
Pepe
Willian
was,
had a scarf on.
yeah.
Pepe wasn't even like setting foot yet.
Yeah, and Aubameyang was just cracking up.
Yeah.
But I like
And
that.
have you seen Martinez already on the phone calling Aston Villa, get me out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, Aubameyang.
That shot,
Yeah.
it's just like Nike line, you know, just top corner.
Oh, it was brilliant, man. Brilliant. I was just praying. I was like, oh, please finish it, because this is a brilliant move. This is a
Yeah,
brilliant
but what
move.
what I really like is every time he scores, our players are genuinely happy. You know, it's like,
Yeah, because
And it's not
that's the
always
type
just-
of person he
yeah,
is.
yeah. So
He communicates with the fans, which is really nice.
yeah, absolutely, yeah, yeah. That connection is there.
Yeah, the connection with the fans is there.
Yeah,
I'm just praying, because with all these plaudits and praise that we're giving him,
See, that
he
he's-
signs.
and stays fit,
Bingo.
right?
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. So I'll give him a solid 9.
okay. So are we going to the subs just quickly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ceballos.
Ceballos, 6.
I'll give Ceballos a 7.
7. I'm gonna take that because the impact was great. 7.
Yeah, I'm going to give Ceballos a 7 just for the nutmeg alone.
Absolutely, yeah. Sweet nutmeg.
Priceless.
Yeah.
Nuts.
And
Oh, hazelnuts.
to just briefly touch on the little scuffle, not even a scuffle.
Handbags.
They're calling it a fight in quotation marks. The little pushing and shoving match. Everybody's played football. We've all put late challenges in, and people have reacted, or somebody's done it to us. So it was a whole heap of nothing for me.
Yeah.
Well said. Jamal?
Yeah. I'll give him 6.5. That 0.5 is for that beautiful nutmeg.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
You know, he just came in. You know, Ceballos being Ceballos.
Pepe.
Peps? 6 for me.
Same.
Really, he tried to make
6.
an impact.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, I'll give him a 6.
And then Ketia. Wasn't on long enough, was
Yeah, hardly long enough to.
NA, not applicable.
he? Okay.
Right.
So, it's play for the badge. Who played for the badge? For you. Jamal, let's start with you.
Yes.
Who played for the
Who
badge?
played for the badge?
Short and sweet.
El Neni,
Okay.
right? Came in. You know, set his tool out. And played with real passion, which I haven't seen from him like ever with Arsenal. The last 2 matches, the Charity Shield and this match, you know, he played like a man possessed, which is good to see.
Yeah.
So he's motivated. He wants to do well, and he wants to stay in the team. He's not just there to just make up numbers. He wants to impress the manager, and he wants to be picked again, which is what competition and fighting for places really will do for Arsenal. Which so yeah.
Just El Neni? Anybody else?
Gabriel,
Yeah.
our new signing.
Yeah.
You know, he showed what a commanding defender that we've been missing for all these years. You know, yeah, I think him and El Nino were the impressive ones for me. How about you, Gab?
Me, played for the badge. Man, I've got quite a list of.
There's quite a
players
list. There's
that
quite a
played
few.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Xhaka impressed me. El Neni. Mr. Reliable Kieran Tierney. Gabriel. You know, those 4 in particular, I would say they played for the badge for me. There was, you know, honourable mentions for Lacazette and Holding. But for me, players who chest thumping, yes, they, you know, put a shift in. for the team, I'd definitely go with Tierney, Gabriel,
It was a team performance.
El Neni, Xhaka.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Who played above and beyond for me? El Neni, Gabriel, Willian. I felt put in a nice shift. It was those for me who played above and beyond.
That's what I thought as well.
Yeah, those are the three for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So, the opposite of play for the badge
This
is who deserves to go in the bin.
It's going to be tough. Cause,
Can I just start?
yeah.
No one goes in the bin for me
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah, I think it's short and sweet for me as well.
Yeah, same.
0.
Same.
Everybody
Can't-
performed.
Right.
Absolutely. Like it'll be.
Okay, so
Half
moving on.
to
Second
discard
segment.
anyone.
Second segment. Right, so, okay, so we have news and words and what the papers say on the thoughts of Martinez's departure and also Lacazette's departure. So Martinez, as far as we know, his
Done
departure is imminent.
Yeah. Apparently, we agreed fee of 60 million with Aston Villa.
Mm-hmm.
Rising,
16
£60 million
Yeah, that's what
rising
they say.
to 20. You know, it's not a great deal.
It's more than we'd have got for him if we'd have sold
9
him
months ago.
before the lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
About 3 times as much.
some people are saying that we need to stop giving these guys away.
No, it's understandable, man.
You know,
It's for the player as
How
well.
much more do they think we can get for him?
Exactly.
30 million
No,
pounds.
no, no.
30 million?
30 million. It's quality.
Listen,
Quality
we
gap.
were looking at 5 million.
See, the thing is,
And how much did we get for Ospina?
I think was it 5?
Martinez has made his name since Leno came.
Yes, his stock is high,
Yes.
right?
And
So
it'll
the thing
probably
is-
go back down if we keep him.
Thank you.
My position on this, okay, my position
It's
on
the
this
truth.
is that, you know, this is great if Leno stays fit, performs, right? Keeps clean sheets, we rise up the table, right? But the problem comes if, you know, either he gets injured or his performances take a dip.
Yeah,
Well,
but
but he wants to go.
he wants to go,
Yeah, yeah.
and
He wants to be number one.
and we can't blame him.
And
Yeah.
apparently we're in for the Brentford keeper.
Exactly.
Going back with a...
For
Improved bid, David Raya.
how good is this kid?
Well, they highly rate him.
Yeah.
They rate him highly. They don't want to let him go.
Brentford don't want to let him go.
But
Yeah.
Brentford,
But he wants
seems
to
like
come.
it seems like a 3-way thing is going on here. Brentford are looking at Charlton's Dylan Phillips as a replacement for David Raya, who is going to be our replacement for Emilio Martinez. So,
Yeah.
you know, it looks like until Brentford get their replacement in,
Yeah.
they're not going to sign. They're not going to let Raya go, which means until we get Raya go, we can't let Martinez go.
Which is understandable.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you
until we
have to
get-
think it's more money for the player as well. Do you know what I mean? So, all the best to him. Thank you, Emmy, for being a
Yes.
brilliant servant.
Yep. And winning the FA Cup.
Thank
Exactly.
you.
10 years. It's taken you 10 years to establish yourself.
Exactly.
Why would you want to go back to the shadows?
Why would you
Yeah.
want to go back to the doldrums bench warming? Nah.
You know, he's got at least 10 years ahead of him. All I hope is I hope we've put in a
Buyback clause.
buyback clause and a buy-on clause. You know,
Chelsea
we get some money because you know
or
he's
Man
not
U.
gonna, you know he's not going to stay at Villa.
You know he's going to be in between the sticks for Chelsea
Yeah.
or Man United.
He's going to get moved on.
Yeah. I doubt there's a buyback clause.
Well, not a buyback clause, but we get a sell-on. We get a
Yeah.
sell-on fee.
Value. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So moving on to that. Lacazette. Possibilities of him leaving the club. What do we think about that?
Well, he just came out and
Lord
said
Vader. Sorry,
Yeah.
Count Dooku.
Sorry, yeah. Go on.
No, but if there's better out there, go and get him. Apparently, we've made an initial offer of 15 million for Odsonne Edouard.
Celtic forward.
For Celtic. We've gone in with a second bid.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, we've gone back with a 20 million bid with add-ons up to the value of 2.5. So around 22.5 million. And they're planning to pay the fee in installments. This is from the Daily Cannon, who I always read. They do some good stuff. And Celtic are trying to fill a financial hole left by their failure to qualify for the Champions League this summer. So the deal isn't impossible.
So have they accepted the deal or rejected
No,
it?
we're waiting for them to get back to us.
Okay.
And it relies on us moving Alexander Lacazette on. He's been here for long enough, and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 goals is just not cutting it.
It's the truth. That's why I'm laughing.
Gab,
Count Dooku.
Gab, I know you want Lacazette out, but as he reaffirmed yesterday that he's not going anywhere.
He didn't say that he's not going anywhere. He said he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to go.
He said he wants to stay, and he thinks all these speculation is just rumors.
Well, of course he's going to say that. Of course he's going to say that.
So you think the club is trying to chuck him away?
I think Arteta
Will do what's best for the club.
If he can get this young guy in, and then build him with the team, because Arteta's looking to build a young team. The future is not with Lacazette
Or Aubameyang.
We
I'm not saying it like that, but remember, Aubameyang is 31. So we need to build a young team.
Yeah.
So we need experience. I think he'll move Lacazette out and bring in this Edouard in. Sorry to cut you there, Gabe.
What if Lacazette doesn't want to go? We could end up in another Ozil thing.
No, it'll never get like that.
How do you know?
No, it won't get like that.
And
Lacazette doesn't strike me as the kind of player who want to sit on the bench. If, say, Atletico Madrid come in for him...
And be a Wally with a brolly.
Yeah, if Atletico come in for him,
he'll go.
He'll move.
He'll go.
I think that if he stays, score some goals. That is the only criticism I have of Lacazette.
Yeah.
That is only criticism.
Because we like him.
There's no guarantees that this Edouard is going to score goals, but what he's got youth and time on his side.
Yeah.
He's a French
and hunger
under-21 international. That guy's got a big future, and whoever gets him,
and he has ability.
The guy's got the world at his feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Lacazette, we're right behind you. Okay.
So
we've just
I think they say he's scored 11 goals in 6 games for the French under-21s. He's scored in every appearance so far for France.
So that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So Jamal, you don't seem impressed.
I think Lacazette will still be here.
But just score more goals.
Because I think it's probably too late now.
So he's in Scotland. He's in the Scottish League, and I'm not going to be one of these people, like I said before, that slates the Scottish League. But he scored 11 goals in his first campaign, 22 in his second, and 27 in his third campaign. This guy, yes, it's the Scottish League, it's not the Premiership, but the guy knows where the back of the net is. If this guy was putting these kind of numbers in Holland, which you might as well say is the equivalent of the Scottish League, people will be raving about him.
Mm-hmm.
But because the Scottish League has, everybody wants to slag off the Scottish League, it's and apparently English clubs reckon he can make a quick transition to the Premier League or in the Premier League.
Yes, and Van Dijk is a proof of that.
Mm-hmm.
Tierney, it's a good conveyor belt of quality. So
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Just touching on to the Aubameyang contract. Do you think it's signed?
I think it's done. They're just waiting for the right opportunity.
When will that opportunity be, though?
Everything is agreed. The agents' fees are agreed. The player fees are agreed.
Mm-hmm.
They just I have no idea why they taking this long.
Taking so long, man.
Yeah, they just
probably want to announce it when they sign Thomas Partey.
Or wow.
Oh,
yeah, or
that's not going to be good for his ego.
So how's Aubameyang going to do it? Just like the Brazilian boys, the Samba boys did. FaceTime. Hi, guys.
Aubameyang will be laughing as usual.
Yeah. Hi, guys. I have a surprise for you. It's not my brother Willie.
Yeah, it'll be. I tell you what, it's more or less done for me.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah, true. All right. Before we get on to one of the other subjects that we was going to get onto, just need to, since we're on that track of contracts and departures, Guendouzi, swap deal, Draxler. What do we think?
No thanks.
That gets a middle
No.
and an index finger simultaneously.
Yeah, that boat for Draxler has sailed.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne is having the career that Julian Draxler should have had.
Thank you.
You know, you should have. Did we actually want him?
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did.
We wanted him for
he
years.
refused to come.
Yes.
We
Yes.
wanted him.
He refused to come.
Yes.
2012,
Well, no.
2013, 2014, and 2016.
We wanted Draxler, and he
For a
didn't
very
want
long
to come.
time, yeah.
Yeah, so no, thank you.
So,
fuck
no.
you very much.
And have a good night.
You know?
Yes, good night.
I would rather keep Guendouzi. Okay.
Right. So moving on from that toilet talk of Draxler, yes, a question posed to all three of us and the listeners out there. Who do we believe will win the Golden Boot this season?
All things being equal and no injuries, Aubameyang. I think Leicester will struggle.
Vardy, you don't think Vardy will win the Golden
I
Boot?
don't think, not this season. I think Leicester are going to struggle if they don't get reinforcements in quick.
Jimenez?
Who?
No, he's not even.
Jimenez?
Jimenez,
not
I don't
even-
think so.
He's not even on that level.
I
Martial?
think it's going to be a straight shootout between Harry Kane and Aubameyang.
Martial?
No. Doesn't score enough goals.
Rashford?
Where's Martial come into this conversation?
Has Martial even got 20 goals yet? No.
Yeah, where have
It
Man
could be a
United
season
fans?
this season, though.
Where have Man United fans got this?
Pronounce that Chelsea striker's name.
Werner.
Yeah.
Timo Werner.
Werner?
He's got an outside chance.
What,
He's
what, in his first season?
yeah, but listen.
I feel what you're talking about. Willis coming
Yeah,
on here.
Listen. He's
Gabes?
he's got an eye for goal.
He may have an eye for goal.
He's a
but-
dark horse for me.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah,
Right, so the Liverpool boys.
Where was it? Sorry, but where was he? Where did he come from? Germany.
Germany. Yes, he scored 28 goals last year.
Yeah, so the Liverpool boys. Salah,
Liverpool boys would have a tough.
Mane,
They would have,
Firmino.
Salah's got off to a flying start.
Salah will be a contender.
Yeah, he'll be up there.
Mhm.
I still think it'll be.
Has he got a hat-trick?
He's got
Yeah,
a
he
hat
got
trick
three.
yesterday.
Yeah, he's got a hat-trick, hasn't he?
Yeah, let me add. I'll add Salah to the.
Mane?
No,
No?
I don't think he'll get up to the 20 plus goals. He'll be up there with 15 plus. Don't get me wrong, but the elite level striking,
Sterling?
no. Sterling misses too many chances.
Jesus?
No. No, and the hell
No
no.
Jesus, but I would put
Aguero?
Sterling.
Sterling and Aguero?
Sterling for Golden Boot.
I think Aguero is just injuries. If Aguero stays fit,
Yeah, all
it will
things
be
being equal.
very difficult to take the
Danny Ings?
boot off him. Danny Ings.
No.
He was behind Aubameyang.
Yeah, that was last season.
The league
Lord
is-
Vader.
The league is much tougher.
Yeah, that was last season. You always get
Yeah.
it wasn't his first season last year, but his first season where he played consistently, wasn't it? Because he was at Liverpool before, wasn't he? Is that the guy I'm thinking about?
Ings.
Yeah. He was.
He was at Liverpool before, and then
No, he was at Southampton first, wasn't he?
yeah,
Yeah.
but he was at Liverpool, and then Liverpool released him, and then he's
Yeah.
playing for
Burnley?
Burnley. So
oh, yeah.
last season it was his first consistent first team start.
Yeah.
So I think that's where he was relatively unknown.
Mm-hmm.
I think this season he's made a little name for himself. People have a plan in place for him. You know, it's very rare, especially unless you're a top drawer striker, that you can consistently get 20 or be up there when teams make plans for you, which is why Aubameyang, Kane, Aguero, Vardy, You know, these are elite level strikers.
No
Sam
Bamford?
Hughes has only done it for one season.
Bamford?
Who?
Bamford.
Leeds.
They call him Bando Bamford.
Ooh.
Yeah, a lot of
Is that what they
Leeds
call him?
fans. Yeah, a lot of Leeds fans don't like him.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
because he doesn't score enough.
Wow. Yes. So, quickly, who are you going for?
I'm going for Emery or Aubameyang.
Aubameyang.
A three-way shootout. I can't pick between the three of them.
Between Aubameyang, Kane, and who?
Aubameyang, Kane, and
Vardy?
Salah.
Salah.
Ooh, Salah, good shot.
Ooh.
Who you
Yeah, man. It's a close call, man. I don't know. Out of those three that
Yeah,
you've mentioned.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Werner for me is outside.
Yeah. It's true. Yeah. It's good. Oh, that's hard. That's tough. Okay. So, final. We're going down memory lane, taking a nostalgic trip.
And why are we taking this nostalgic trip?
Because this week we had the launch of our new third kit, and it's an away kit. So,
And before we get into the kits, let's
Yes.
just talk about the video.
video was absolutely amazing.
Yep.
Epic video.
Amazing.
Adidas
Beautiful.
seem to understand Arsenal.
Exactly. Beautiful message. Beautiful video. Yes. So, because of the launch of the kit this week, we've decided to take a trip down memory lane with all the away kits. All the away kits. So, that could be the second jersey or the third. Okay? So, what
Best
we've
or worst? Best and worst.
Best and worst. You choose. We'll just, go through them and then see which ones were the best and worst, really.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I want to start. So I definitely want to start this one. Okay, so we're going back down memory lane.
Yep.
And then we're going to the 79 to 82 kit. Okay, so there was no sponsor at the time, I don't believe, but it was made by Umbro, and it was the yellow jersey where you had your collars, your blue collars,
Yeah.
and you had your little print, your cannon, your blue cannon, and your blue Umbro's sign. And the memorable game where you should remember this kit is the FA Cup final, 1979, 3-2, and that
The 5-minute final.
the 5-minute,
Yeah.
and you see that iconic photo of Alan Sunderland, yes,
Wheeling away.
scoring that winner. So that kit, iconic kit for me. So what kit would you say you could
I
remember?
would have to go for the golden nugget of 2001, 2002.
Right, okay.
What's
with
that?
the Sega.
Sega one.
Yeah, remember we had
The
the
Wilton.
Wilton.
Yeah.
See, you
1-0,
know it. See, I've
Old
mentioned
Trafford.
that shirt. He goes straight to that game,
Of course.
which is what this segment is all about. Yeah, because we had on the home shirt we had Dreamcast, and
love
on the
that.
away shirt, did you see?
Yeah, I saw that.
Coming from the old century to the new century, that was beautiful. That I've just noticed it last night.
Yeah. Beautiful
yeah,
gold.
Old Trafford.
I loved our away kits.
It's amazing.
There's been a few duds,
Yeah,
Yep.
but yellow is. I love our yellow kit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I think we always hark back to either yellow, blue,
Or blue, yeah.
right? We opted for white this year.
Yeah.
yeah.
Old Trafford comes to mind when you think of that kit, and
Yeah.
beautiful
1-0.
goal, and
Will Todd.
that picture of Vieira on top
Yeah,
Ashley
of
Cole.
Ashley Cole
of
and
Sol
Ashley
Campbell,
Campbell.
yeah.
I would love to get that hanged up on my
Yeah,
walls.
for me it's the 71. I've got that kit. I love that kit.
Yeah,
That it's just that yellow. I just love that yellow, that
Yeah.
deep yellow.
beautiful. Yeah,
That yellow and blue. What a strange combination.
yeah.
So,
And we kept that yellow throughout the centuries,
yes.
Yeah.
or throughout the decades, I should say. and it just works.
Yeah.
Down to that 79 one.
So your 71, the iconic picture would be
Charlie George
Yeah.
lying down on the grass, and everybody's leaning over, coming to celebrate.
Yep.
Celebrate with him.
Yep.
And my other iconic top, which I have, is the Anfield 89.
Oh, remind our viewers.
Yep.
The Anfield 89 one, the JVC.
And what is
Oh,
it?
yep. Michael.
What does Brian Moore say?
Thomas,
It's
charging
up for-
through the midfield. It's up for grabs now.
Yes, ladies and
There
gentlemen.
were so many things. I don't know how many times we've all watched that as
Yeah,
Arsenal
you just
fans.
can't
There's so
help but
many
smile.
things just clicked.
Yeah.
The throw out to Dixon.
Yep.
Dixon's pass
Yep.
Yeah.
to Alan Smith was
The
phenomenal.
The touch.
The touch from
And
Smith
pass.
and the flick to Thomas, who was busting a gut after a
Yeah.
epic tussle with Liverpool, and he still had
Yeah.
the legs.
And remember, he missed.
And he
An
missed.
opportunity.
And he missed
And
a
the
great
composure, and
opportunity,
he
yeah.
still waited until the last minute to flick it past him.
Yeah. And that
And then
weird
for Winter-
backflip. Yeah.
And then for Winterburn, because Winterburn was, from what he says, he was
Screaming.
screaming for the ball, and then Thomas has finished it, and then he's just run off.
Yeah, in the other direction
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like
That's it.
That's
Game
it.
done.
game
It's
over.
Done. And
Game
McMahon going 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute.
John
You know?
Barnes should have just taken that ball into the corner.
Corner flag, yeah.
But what did he do? Arsenal style,
Yeah.
Wenger style, tried to score.
Absolutely.
So the other
Yeah.
one for me, this one it comes from the season 91 to 93.
Yep.
The makers were Adidas.
Yep.
The color was yellow and blue.
Yep.
I haven't attached a memorable game to this kit because everyone knows this kit,
Yeah.
which is
Which is the bruised banana.
Bruised Banana.
Yep.
No one needs to go, I remember that kit
Yeah.
because of that game.
Because but you remember one player in particular with that kit.
I remember Ian Wright
That's
scoring
Ian
on
Wright.
his debut
Yeah, that's yeah. That kit.
in that kit. But
somebody
I see so many players. I see Roadcastle in that kit,
Ray-
Thomas,
Ray
Paul
Parler.
Davis, Merson. I see so many players, Perry Groves. I see so many players in
Yeah.
that kit, but I didn't need no memorable game with that kit. Do you think, because this is my thinking
Yeah.
with this one, with the Bruised Banana, was it ahead of its time?
Apparently it was. Apparently there was, I think, us and United had only come out with a third kit, I think.
In terms of design, though.
Yeah, but I mean, it was a gamble because it was so out there, wasn't it?
But this is the thing.
And I think United had done a similar thing. I think I remember
was a blue and
reading
white one.
somewhere.
United,
It was the blue and white
Yeah, I think they'd
jersey,
done
the
a
sharp.
similar thing where it was just considered an eyesore.
In your face.
In your face, yeah.
And it's funny because a lot of people put that down as one of the worst kits ever made. But I just think the Bruised Banana was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
I think if you looked at the Bruised Banana, if it came out today, no one would be going, ooh, what's that?
Yeah, it was ahead of its time.
Yeah, Another one, when we introduced the white kit. Memorable game, San Siro away, Fabregas versus Kaka.
Yes. Burgundy shorts, right?
Yep, burgundy
That was
shorts.
actually quite a tidy. That was a tidy kit. I like
That was
that
a
kit.
beautiful kit.
The sponsors, Fly Emirates.
Yep.
I've got Diaby in my head.
Yep,
I've
the
got-
makers.
I've got Theo Walcott.
Yeah, you got Walcott.
Yeah,
I've got
Walcott in my head.
Adebayor.
Yeah.
And that kit.
Adebayo and his weird celebration. When
Yeah.
he scored against Liverpool.
And then what happened then? But yeah,
Yeah.
so in that kit, that was the game that stands out for me when we won 2-0 at the San Siro, and there was this big thing, Fabregas versus Kaka at the time. Yeah, so yeah. Any memorable kits, other memorable kits?
Yeah, the JVC one with Mark Overmars.
Oh,
The yellow one?
Old Trafford,
Yeah.
1-0.
Yeah.
Slips it under Peter
I wasn't
Schmeichel.
a great fan of it, to be fair.
No, neither was I. Neither was I. I wasn't, I wasn't a fan of that.
The bright yellow, invincible yellow, I call it.
The Perez banana.
Yes.
When Perez scored against Liverpool.
The only reason that kit grew on me was because of the players that wore it.
That wore it.
But the yellow was too bright for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think I like the 0203 one, the
Which
Blue
one?
Wave. The Blue
I like
Wave
that.
Was a bit.
I see Perez and Sagan in that. And our memorable game where we beat Leeds 4-0.
We had good memories with that kit, but the actual kit itself wasn't.
I liked it.
Wasn't
What
really.
about the checkered, the one with the stripes that went across the chest? The purple, was it like a burgundy and blue?
Right, so that one, that would
What
have
year
been
That was Van Persie.
2-0 against Liverpool at Anfield. Podolski and Santi Cazorla
Santi Cazorla, yep.
with that one.
Yep.
Or, hold on, it might be a different one you're talking about, where the memorable game for that one would have been against Bolton 3-2 when we made a comeback.
Can't remember that game.
So when we made it, it was horrible. We was away at Bolton.
We had a man sent off as well, I think it was, right?
It was a terrible game. It was wet. It was
down to Tim. Fabregas had a great game, right?
And Fabregas pulled us back.
Ran the show.
Yeah.
That whole season, actually.
Well, that game,
Yeah.
if you're talking about that kit, it was that one.
And the
then,
final one I think of is the blackcurrant. The blackcurrant, the sense, was it the final game at the final season at Highbury when we had the blackcurrant kit?
but it wasn't classed as an away one, was it?
Was it? Was that
a
the home one? Yeah, that's
It was
right.
a home one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was class at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, there's just two more I've got.
Yeah.
The black one, the all black kit was just the pink trim, and I think a lot of people, I saw a lot of, especially younger fans using it as like a fashion. You know, they used it like
a fashion accessory, yeah.
More fashion accessory.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought they liked that one, and then the last one, mint green.
No, it didn't do it for me.
Nah, that didn't do it for me.
But we have a history with green. I can't
No, that
remember
was
it.
disgusting. That green.
Yeah, I can't remember it, but I did find when doing some research on old horrible kits, we had some horrible green kit back in the 80s, man.
That was the 82 kit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember it, but it was like, wow.
Yeah, that was awful. That kit,
Yeah.
that 82 kit. So we've gone down memory lane. I'd just like to remind everyone that you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at the Magic Hat Show.
Yeah.
Jamal, if we can get your handle, please.
Magic Hat Jam.
Lovely.
Yep.
Right, so it's good night from me and them, which is Lee,
Thank you.
Jam, and Gabs.
And we will see you next week.
Next week. Okay. All right then. Thanks again. Once again.
And that's it.
That's it, yeah.
Music Maestro.
Music Maestro. Play us out. Drum and bass. Yeah.